Welcome back, my lovers. It's your girl Sharena again, and do you remember where I left off? Wasn't it when I entered the original dream or something after I had got a magic tattoo? Yep, that's right. All night long I was swimming like I show Speed having a swim pool on his bed. Freestyle, butterfly, frog stroke, you name it. And the grand finale? I landed smack in the middle of a classroom. Specifically, Corey's classroom. Wait, hold up, Corey didn't see me? I was out here flailing around, waving in front of his face, screaming like I was summoning a spirit. Corey Dubois. Hey boo, it's me. No reaction. He walked right through me. Thank goodness, honestly. I looked like a zombie with bird's nest hair and a face still half asleep. Then, things got weird. Corey was in the magic club? Excuse me? Not my club. How dare you betray me like this, Corey? But wait, don't tell me I'm dreaming the original plot of the story now? Because in the original version, Corey was in the magic club, and he didn't wear the earring I gave him. That's when I started doubting. Wait, am I in another book jump again? I got so bored I started drawing a baby snail on Corey's notebook. And just my luck, Corey woke up. I was like, welp, I'm dead. But nope, I was still invisible. He just stared at my snail drawing and went, what the heck is this? I shyly looked at him. Under that sleepy starlight gaze of his, I kind of felt like, ahem. Anyway, then Corey's communication device rang. Eve's voice? Deep, dramatic, suspiciously fake sexy. I need your help. Corey replied in the laziest voice ever. What now? Of course I eavesdropped. I mean, it's a dream, privacy who? But before I could hear anything juicy. Boom. Wake up. Like, real wake up, not dream wake up. I was back in my dorm bed, magic alarm clock screaming bloody murder. I smacked it. I was done. Felt like I just got ISEKAI'd without permission and got kicked back out. But wait, plot twist incoming. I noticed my roommate Hazel's desk was stacked with enchanted recording orbs. Out of curiosity, I turned one on. And guess what I saw? Me, dog paddling in my sleep. And Hazel, laughing her lungs out beside me, slamming the table like she was about to go viral on TikTok or something. I was so mad I broke a few of her magic charms. Girl, can I not sleep in peace? And guess what? That still wasn't the end. Brain still foggy, I stumbled out of the room. Eyes like a raccoon, legs like a ghost, ears still picking up Hestia, future prank plans. Bam! Ran into a girl, blonde hair, green eyes, face sharp enough to cut glass, attitude like she was about to sue me. Who dis? Turns out, Vidielle Dubois, Corey's little sister, future drama queen, massive pride complex, still a few levels below the prince in ego, but deep down? Soft as tofu. And she starts giving us a whole intro monologue like she's the narrator. Behold, the Academy's queen, Hestia, and beside her, this short, grumpy, orange-haired gremlin. Wait, could it be? Even Hestia was confused. But the craziest part? Vidielle recognized me instantly, despite never meeting me. She gasped. OMG, thank the heavens. I finally met you, dearest Sharena. Girl, I nearly fainted. If she calls me sister-in-law next, I'm done for. I swear, who's been giving her spoilers about my whole life like this? To be honest, Corey talks about his little sister Vidielle quite a lot. She's basically his mini-me, gorgeous, confident, and totally gives off the don't mess with me vibe. But deep down, she's a total softie. Corey always worried that if she ever went to boarding school, she'd end up heartbroken if she didn't fit in. And then, boom, Vidielle shows up, full on main character energy. I thought I'd have to act all formal and polite around her, but one look at this girl and I sighed in relief. Thank God, I could just be myself. Shoo sis? OMG, it's really you. I've been looking everywhere. She talked just like Corey, super casual, like we've been friends in a past life. Not every noble acts like Prince Hilly with his elegant, high-born tone. These two siblings? Adorably chaotic. She blinked rapidly. Wait, are you Kareem's sister? You look so normal. Then she stuck out her hand for a handshake, but first wiped her sweaty palms on her dress. But, was her hand trembling? But I'm so happy to finally meet you. Once you marry Corey, I'm marrying Kareem, okay? What? Excuse me, what did I just hear? My poor baby Kareem is getting roped into an arranged marriage and doesn't even know it. She paused when she saw my shocked face. Wait, you didn't know that you and Corey are basically a couple? Then she mumbled, I keep telling Corey he's being way too vague. He's gonna lose you at this rate. That boy is slow. And as if to prove the legitimacy of this love story, she pulled out a giant scroll, the kind people write birthday wishes on and roll up. Smack in the middle was a massive heart with, "To Big Sis Sharena," in curly, sugary font. She shoved a pen into my hand. "Write something quick." I ran all the way to the upperclassmen's dorm just for this. Corey's birthday is coming up. I'm planning a surprise party, getting even my parents to help out. He's been ignored so much over the years. This time, I want to make it different. Come to think of it, his birthday is coming. Last year, only Hilly and I remembered. Corey just brushed it off like, "I eat fancy food every day." Who needs birthdays? Sad, really. To be honest, Corey doesn't have many friends. He gives off serious cold villain energy, so people are too scared to approach him. His chill bookworm vibes are the only thing helping his image. As I was scribbling something short and sweet, Vidielle kept begging me to make it more emotional, more touching. I ignored her and kept writing, with one hand poking her chubby cheeks. "I want him to be moved to tears," she whispered, clutching the letter like it was her soul. And then, a tall figure appeared behind her. Swanhaden, of course. The brooding hot guy walks in like he's the main character. Vidielle lit up like she saw her idol. Swan glanced at the letter and tried to help. But then, he sneezed. Right, on the paper. "Oops, sorry, it's all wet, I'll wipe it," he said. And then, he tried to rub it dry with his bare hands. The ink smeared like crazy. "How about I just draw a unicorn? Corey likes those." What he drew was a flying pig with horns. A flying pig, and of course, it was smack in the middle of the big heart labeled, "To Big Sis Sharena." Then he added even more cursed doodles for good measure. I swear Corey will cry when he sees this. I'm like, "Sir, you just single-handedly destroyed this girl's hopes and dreams with your snot." Scene change. I was so exhausted, I knocked out right after dinner. But as soon as my head hit the pillow, I got dragged into another weird dream. And surprise, surprise, Corey was in it again. But it wasn't the usual Corey. Not chill Corey, not bookworm Corey. This version of him was lonely. Kinda, lost, depressed, even. He had no roommate, just sat around snacking, reading, sighing like, "Man, I wish someone would kidnap me. Somewhere with free meals and no people. That'd be ideal." Then he even muttered, "Maybe I should go to prison. Ask Hestia to frame me? No wait, jail serves beans. I hate beans." I floated in the dream, unable to touch or talk to him. Everything felt real, too real, and my magic ring? It glowed whenever these dreams happened. That weird message, "Save him," was still burned into my memory. But, save who? Was it Corey? Scene change again. Corey sat on a stone bench, looking extra emo, when Eve appeared. "Thanks for coming, Lord Dubois," Eve said, flashing a sly, dangerous smile. They started talking about the headmaster's plan, the Ogren Mountain, and a coup. Corey stared at him. "You're really going along with that insane idea?" Eve just smiled. "I'm bored. Gotta do something for fun." When Corey said, "Just don't touch my family," Eve fell silent. And for a guy with deep, unresolved issues with his father, that silence was loud. Then Eve asked the creepiest question ever. "Aren't your parents doing stuff that could be considered treason?" Corey, even in my dream, looked at him like he was ready to kill. SOS. This dream? Yeah, it's not a dream anymore. Everything's too real, too vivid to be just imagination. These two worlds? Definitely connected now. And me? I'm no longer just an observer. I'm basically FBI level invested. Let's rewind a bit. It all started with Corey giving Eve the deadliest side-eye I've ever seen. Eve smiled like he didn't just threaten someone 5 seconds ago. "I'm just worried about them," he said. Sweet like sugar, but every word? A knife. That's elite level cute intimidation right there. Corey clenched his jaw and collapsed onto the desk. Looked like he was ready to give up on life. "I'll help. Just don't touch them." Eve smirked, handed over the documents. Like he planned the whole thing. That night, Corey went back to the dorm. The vibe? Cold. Heartbroken X kind of cold. No Hilly. No one. Just some sinister-looking files sitting on top of homework. He muttered, "I'll help that guy for now, and then find a way to get my family out of here. If they even care to listen." He curled up, hugging a pillow. Pulled the blanket over his head, not the fruity blanket his mom gave him to bribe him into eating veggies. Just a regular, sad person blanket. I noticed Hilly's bed was completely empty. His stuff? Gone. Did he move out? Or get kidnapped? I looked at Corey's back and my heart broke for how much he loved his family. But based on the original story, what happens next? It's gonna drive him to the edge, and that's what's really killing me. When I woke up, I looked like I'd crammed all night for finals, dark circles and all. Swan saw me and straight up panicked. He was yelling like someone just died, throwing a bunch of potions together and practically forcing them down my throat. I lied and said it was just research fatigue, not dark magic stuff, so he'd calm down. But he still begged me to rest, saying if I got sick, he'd blame himself. Dude, who knew Swan could be this soft? Maybe it's that healing magic energy, like he's naturally built to care for people. Still, he kept insisting I take the medicine and even reminded me to wear the ring he gave me earlier. Honestly, lucky for Swan, he was off fighting on the battlefield during this chapter. At least he didn't get caught in any of the mess. Then Corey barged in, completely killing our awkward moment. He shoved Swan out of the way and told him to go be a senior next year or whatever. Then he cleaned up Swan's bottle mess so I could rest. I hugged him from behind. He looked confused, but I was just genuinely thankful. He smiled and patted my head like, I got you, even though he had no idea what was going on. Now, back in the dream. I used a spell to locate Hilly. And then I saw it. Blood-red eyes glowing under messy bangs. His aura? Freezing actual trees. Not the cold but sweet Hilly. This was dangerous Hilly. He was interrogating Hestia like a criminal. No more flirtiness, no more obsession, just pure menace. You wrote the smear piece about the queen, didn't you? Show me the proof. Now, Hestia. I don't know anything. Your family sees you as property. If I say I want to marry you, they'll hand you over immediately. And what I do with you after? No one will care. Like, that line? Destroyed me. Hestia bit her lip, looked down, and said, if I could be your queen, even if it meant pain and torture, it would be an honor for me and my family. Heartbreak. My heart skipped a beat. I could feel it. Hilly turned to leave, leaving behind a silence so heavy it hurt. But then, Sharena, she's your friend, right? She keeps clinging to me. Tell her to behave, or I'll cut her in half. Excuse me? Cut who in half? Right then, a voice screamed from the distance. Hestia, oh my god. Some girl with blazing orange hair sprinted over. Red eyes. The closer she got, the more I recognized her. Wait, that's me? But like, me from another universe? Alt me squealed, OMG, I just bumped into the Crown Prince. His eyes were like fire. I, the original, stood frozen like a confused romantic lead in a K-drama. One thought echoing in my brain. What the heck is even happening right now?